Welcome to Win with Barlow, the podcast where we turn your entrepreneurial dreams into reality. With your host, Akira Barlow. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of DNA testing businesses. Looking to maintain momentum or ready to scale? This series is your guide to success. Let's get started. Hey cousins, we are back. I hope all of you are doing well out there. If you are new here, if you are just popping into this audio series, you're just finding it on YouTube, I'm your girl, I'm your cousin, Akira Barlow, better known as Win with Barlow over on Instagram. You might want to head over there and check me out and then come back to this video and listen to it so that you can understand what we're doing. We're actually taking a deep dive into understanding how to launch a DNA testing business. So that is what we're focused on in today's session, in today's audio lesson. I'm actually going through what you need to be doing after you take a training class, after you take a certification class in this space. So if you have taken a DNA testing training, if you've gotten certified by me or my lovely partner, Ebony Polk over at Polk Medical Solutions, then this video, this audio lesson is for you. All right. So if you are not following me over on Instagram, again, be sure you click that follow button at, of course, Win, W-I-N with Barlow. It's in the description box. If you need to take a DNA testing course, if you're interested in taking a DNA testing training class, I got you covered. All right. Check my bio out. I have or the description box, I have a link to my special DNA testing training e-course. It is designed for beginners. So it's going to teach you the whole process of how to get started, how to actually launch your business, how to market, all of that good stuff, right? So check out the description box below if you are interested in being certified, if you're interested in taking a class and learning how to do this. All right. So let's get to it because I like to try to keep these things short and straight to the point. All right. So let's talk about it. All right. So you've taken a DNA testing class, you've taken a DNA testing training, you've gone through the course, and it's like, okay, now what am I supposed to do with all of this information? All right. So prior to taking any training class, my advice is always to call or contact your Secretary of State's office or your business division, whoever is over business permits and all of that with your city or your state. Call them, right? Let them know, hey, I'm starting a DNA testing business, just making sure I don't need anything special. Like, are there any special insurances or requirements? Is there anything that y'all need from me? So that is what you need to do before you take the training class. Now, I'm in Mississippi, so there was nothing required. They were actually quite intrigued and like it was a good relationship. Like it was great. But there was nothing special that I needed to actually start this business. There was no special license or, anything like that. I did go through LegalZoom to set my business up. So I did allow them to kind of handle all of that compliance stuff. So if you want someone to like professionally help you set it up, they will probably be the ones that could probably help you. They can go through the permits, businesses license, all of that stuff with you as well. But anyway, do that before you take the training class because I just want to be, sure that you guys are sure that you want to do this and can do this in your city, in your state. All right. So now you've taken the training course, you've gone through the class, and it's like, okay, what am I supposed to be doing? The first thing I'm going to recommend is to actually start working on the business foundation. So starting your LLC, getting your EIN, everything that you were taught to do in the class, your Duns and Bradstreet number, opening your website, go ahead and get those basic things up. Now, I know in my training classes, I'll be telling y'all, like, look, you don't necessarily have to have a full-blown website, but if you can't afford it, if it is something that you can get, then just definitely make it a whole website. It's so much easier to get approved with these labs. It's so much easier to get approved with these payment processors if you have a website. So go ahead and just have a full-blown website. Make sure you have a professional email. Get you an email that's at the business domain. Like, try not to be using Yahoo, Gmail, any of that when you are setting this up to reach out to these labs. Go ahead and get a professional setup. Also, go ahead and get that business phone set up as well. You can get a cheap phone service. I use Grasshopper. There's a link in the bio, in the description box. Okay, nah, it's an affiliate link. Okay, so click it in there in the description box. But yes, I use Grasshopper. I absolutely love them because I can set an IVR so people can press 1, 2, or 3. I could transfer calls between me and my team. It's just a good little thing. And as you grow, it's like just go ahead and already have it in place. Don't take any shortcuts from the beginning. Go ahead and project your success and just get everything up front. So get those business foundational basics out of the way. Make sure you have a business bank account as well. Like, please, y'all, we got to do business the right way. Go ahead, get that stuff set up. Next, you're going to start actually like researching. And when I'm saying researching, I mean like learning DNA statistics, learning about the impact that this service may need in your area. Like literally be ready to spit it all. Like I can talk to you about situations where we've had to help people in custody cases, where we've had to ship maybe home DNA kits to athletes so that they can get these tests done. Like literally just do a bunch of research on who you want to service, who you're going to be targeting, where they are. Do research on literally every aspect of this business, the way that the lab is going to work, their process of you adding maybe additional collectors to your team. Like literally research and map out those special categories of the business, right? You're researching literally every aspect. You're learning all about the types of tests that you can offer. You're learning the way those tests work with your lab. When you guys are reaching out to me about like pet DNA and things like that, like the lab that you partner with should be able to offer these types of tests to you as well. So pick up the phone, call them, and I highly suggest that you really build a relationship with them. Like learn the process, learn their names, learn the way it all goes. Like learn it. So as you learn it, you're able to sell it. It's easier for you to talk to people about it because you know about it. I have so many people reaching out to me and they'll be like, hey, what do I say when I'm calling, people to try to get them to be a partner with me? Or, hey, what do I say when I'm trying to sell the test? And it's not really you selling the test. The tests are going to sell themselves. People need DNA testing like done for all sorts of reasons. So the service itself is going to sell on its own. It's all about you being visible and allowing people to know in your area that this is a service available to you. Like, hey, this is a service available to you. You can get this service. It's realistic. We can come to you. Like, we can make this happen. So, as long as you are being visible and creating the demand by marketing consistently, then you'll be fine. So, definitely research, man. Like, do an extensive amount of research as far as the whole DNA testing thing, your business concept itself. Look at some of the other top DNA testing companies in the country and kind of see how they run and what their process is like, and literally just learn. A lot of times when people call us for a service, we know that people shop around. Like that is like common. It's like what they should do. Like I recommend it. You're supposed to. So when they call, it's like, hey, I saw your ad. How much is the test? Blah, blah, blah. So we're giving them the information. And then it's like, okay, well, we're going to call Joe Blow down the street. And it's like, okay, well, I could just tell you how they work. And so we can give them information about the competition because we've done our research. And then on top of that, we can explain how and why we're different. And that's one of the top things that we're going to always highlight in any of our conversations with anybody that's interested in our services. So we can't do that without proper research. Like I could talk that talk because I know it. I know their process. I know what they do. I know the way that this works. I know if this is admissible in court. I know that if you're unsure, maybe I can recommend that you get a home DNA kit first. And then if it comes back in your favor, then we can get the legal DNA test. Like there's so many situations where I'm able to customize and work with people. I'm able to work with people on their budget. So if someone calls and they only got a certain amount of money for a certain amount of thing, but this is something dire that they need, I may can work with a different lab and get a reduced price and maybe put them on that lab so I can reduce the actual price. Maybe my profit may change, but I'm still able to serve and help the client. I know that because of research, because I've taken the time to call multiple labs and find out, hey, what is the price? Let me enroll, let me sign up. So research. All right. Research. Crucial. Like crucial, y'all. I'm telling you, research. Now that you've done all of your research, now it is literally time to start to market. And if I was just brand new, I would literally like run like a marketing campaign. And I know they may be like unrealistic for people who are starting this on a budget or who are just trying to like just keep things at a minimum financially. I get it. But I literally will run a campaign. I will run some sort of marketing campaign. Some of the fun campaigns that I've ran in the past have been my favorite is always the Who's Your Daddy campaign because it's always just real cute. People are seeing like my marketing around town and in different areas. They take pictures of it and it gives us good feedback. My focus is always to just to get the phones ringing. If we can get people on the phones, then we can close them out. So let's get the phones ringing. Let's have them ask questions. If I know they're doing a 5K run, I'm going to go set up a table and we're going to talk about our health and wellness tests. We're going to talk about our skin DNA test. We're going to talk about those type of tests. We're going to set up. They've never heard of it usually. So it's always very intriguing and they would love to get them. I make sure we have them in stock and that we are ready to go directly there on site. So it's so important to be present and know exactly what you're doing, how you're operating in your business. And that comes from actually marketing and marketing consistently and marketing effectively. If people think just because they go get flyers and they put them out, that's going to make people call them. No, it may strike an interest, but it is not, hey, I got a flyer. I'm going to just automatically trust these people that I'm seeing. That's not how this works. DNA testing is very private. It is very confidential. People want to know who you are. You might be one of the relatives that they're trying to get tested. So they're trying to make sure that, hey, wait a minute, like, who are you? It's so many different like components that go into this process. So your marketing, I think, should always be top level. Like you should be targeting a specific group of people. For instance, if I was focused on immigration DNA testing, I would probably put my marketing material in Spanish. I probably would even hire a Spanish virtual assistant. I'm not gonna lie, I don't play games when it comes to business and marketing. I would also probably on my marketing itself just say something blunt like, are you trying to expedite your visa process or expedite your visa process with a DNA test? Like I would literally just point out what it is that I am looking to achieve, and that is how I'm able to attract those clients. Yes, I could make a cute little flyer that got all these different services on it and all of this, but it's going to overshadow who I'm trying to reach because it's just a bunch of services. Yes, we might be able to grab one or two, but if I see specialized marketing for myself, like if I see something that's designed strictly for me and my situation, then I'm more prone to call. So I do have a lot of marketing that is unique and individualized because it's easier to sell that way for me. That's what I found. So if I'm marketing to maybe OBGYNs, I'm going to have certain documentation and marketing material for them. I'm never going to put everything just together. And I'm going to sit down and formulate what my marketing campaign is or what my marketing strategy is. So every quarter, I might do something different unless what I did that previous quarter is absolutely immaculate. Like if we did great numbers, we just going to keep rolling this thing out. And it's very important to literally focus on the things that work. If it's not working, and I try to run things for 45 to 60 days to determine whether it's working or not working. So if that helps you figure out a time frame to kind of measure your results, then kind of set like, okay, 3 weeks is a good time to say, hey, we should have these 10 calls. I always set up what I expect, like my projected like numbers, so that when we see the actual numbers, I would know how far off my projections were for the business. So I always just make sure that everything is specialized for that group of people so that I can make sure that marketing reaches them. And as I'm running these campaigns, I'm seeing the traction. I'm getting everything the same. So if I'm running a Who's Your Daddy campaign, which I typically like to run in the fall around football, and I usually like to always pick like the 49ers and the Cowboys because that's the Cowboys on my team. Look, don't y'all be hating on me. I don't want to hear nothing in the comments, baby. So I always usually like have like two footballs with like the 49ers little hat and like the Cowboys little like baby hat on or whatever, and I'll put like a little pacifier in the football's mouths, and I'll be like, "Who's your daddy?" or whatever. And we would really run that campaign in the fall, and people loved it. It got us so much attention, so much traction. Even the news had something to say about it, which was great promotion for the business. So just being consistent and being present and knowing, okay, this is what we're marketing. This is how we're going to reach these people. This is what we're going to target. This is how we're going to target them. That is really going to help you jump out of the gate and start making money. A lot of people get certified, they take the training, and they just get one flyer, they put a bunch of services on it, and they go pass them out one day a week. And then they complain and say, hey, this is not working for me. When I'm marketing, when I'm planning my business, I have a set day and time consistently every day that I'm going through the metrics of the business. I do have a SOP, which is basically my procedures, but so that I can follow the same thing every day. And so you should be creating the same thing for yourself. So on Mondays, these are the tasks that you're going to do. Tuesdays, you're going to do this. Wednesdays, you're going to do this. And so as you break down the tasks that are necessary to make your business successful, it's easier to hire because now you know what is supposed to be done every day. So it's like, hey, well, this person can do this, they can do this, and do this. So now this leaves my to-do list. So you're certified, you've done your research, you've made contact with the labs, you've got all that together, your foundational basics are together, you got a marketing strategy. And so what are you doing every single day, right? Every day I recommend at least for 2 hours at minimum, sitting down and literally working the business. And when I say working the business, I mean cold calling. So you may be cold calling all of the businesses in the area to introduce yourself. You know, hey, it's Akira, just giving you a call with Easy Mobile DNA. We are a new DNA testing center here in the area. Just wanted to introduce myself, let you know we offer blah, blah, blah. And I'm only telling the things that we offer related to their field, or if there's nothing in that category, just leaving it at DNA testing and letting them know that, hey, if you know anyone that needs a test done, send them our way. We would happily compensate you financially. And we look forward to not only helping you grow in this area, but us growing as well. We can do business together. Absolutely, we would love to. So it's that sort of conversation. I always like to go to the Chamber of Commerce and just look at all the businesses that are registered with them. That is where I like to pull most of my information. So if I'm looking to do my email campaigns, I'm going to go to the Chamber of Commerce and I'm going to pull all the information from there, their phone numbers, and we can literally start to market to them and send things to them so that we can build relationships and start to get traction. So I would definitely do the same. All right. So you're making your calls, you're introducing yourself, your marketing materials coming out, you're wearing your brand, people are seeing it. So the traction, everything is going to pick up. Now that I'm certified, I'm also going to build out my professional channels. So I am making sure that I have my Instagram, my Facebook, relevant channels because people are going to go and look you up. So I am having my business registered on on Google/my business. I'm making sure it's listed there. I'm making sure we're listed on Yelp and just any other service websites, directories that I feel like may get us some attention, that people were able to like Google us and see like where we were. I'm also looking up shocking cases. One thing that I absolutely love about this DNA testing thing is that it gets real deep. It's so many situations and laws and stories and just, oh my God, it just gets real crazy. So I love to just look up shocking stories, and that helps kind of build my passion and my fuel for this, especially when I'm focused on father advocacy and making sure that our fathers are not being denied rights and that they're getting their names taken or added to birth certificates, all of that good stuff, right? So learning all these shocking stories and things like this help me continue to like fuel my passion in this space. And as my passion is gaining that fuel and getting that fuel, then I'm growing my business. I'm more passionate about it. I'm showing up for it. So it's kind of like, just being prepared to be a DNA testing boss. It's like you are positioning yourself to be that person. You're attending networking events. You are reaching out to people, letting them know that not only is the business here, but you're looking to collaborate. That is huge. I'm gonna do a full lesson on partnerships real soon. But initially, once you get that certification, I recommend just starting. A lot of people like to wait. They wait, and next thing you know, they don't do anything. They have not started the business. They ain't the number take the class, baby. But if you wait and wait, and if you come up with excuses on why you haven't done or why you can't do, then it's gonna always be a setback, or you may never get started. So if I were to just literally get my certification, get my training, I would literally start immediately. When it comes to building out my social media pages as a new company, I will focus more on just education. So just showcasing the type of test and showcasing what we can do and the type of services we can do. I would put more of that information out there and showcase that. All right. So I've just taken the class. And make sure y'all are letting me know in the comments, liking this video. Like, let me know, like, if this, if these gems are resonating with you, like, if they making you feel something inside. Okay, let me know in the comments so I can know you feeling what I'm saying. All right. So you've gone through the training class, you've taken a DNA training course. Now, what else should you be doing? I would definitely create my website copy. That's another thing. A lot of people are reaching out to graphic designers and they are just assuming that a graphic designer is going to know what a website should say. Or you're sending them my website and you're literally saying, hey, I took a class from this lady. This is what I'm trying to do. And so they copy mine. I've had it happen, y'all, over 50 times. Like literally, I've had graphic designers call me and say, hey, I'm just trying to figure out who you are because it's like the third time someone sent your website and I just need to know who you are, what you do. So I would say write out your website copy. Use AI to help you if you need some guidance, but write it out first and then maybe put it in AI and say, rephrase it. Stay away from them AI words. Baby, I'm so tired of seeing unlock and unleash. I don't know what to do, baby. I could pull this wig right back right now. Okay. I'm like, look, y'all, please. Let's pretend like we writing this stuff, okay? let's at least pretend. Take unleash and unlock and comprehensive, baby. Let's take these words out of our vocabularies, our AI vocabularies, because it's not really ours. But dang, but build out your website copy, know what you wanted to say, know the services that you want to offer, and you're figuring out those price points, y'all, by looking in your area. That's another thing. Your price point is going to come from what's available in your area. So if you Google drug testing or if you Google DNA test in your area and you're seeing the range and based on what your lab fee is, so let's just say your lab fee is $100, right? So you can sell your DNA test, $400 and your profit is $300. You can sell them at $300 and your profit is $200 because you got to pay a lab $100 for each collection. So base your price points on your area, what they can afford. We do talk about this in the training class and some of the policies that you can add, like mileage, of course, same day or just mobile convenience fees. So we do break that down in the training course. Again, it is in the description box. Go on and take it, okay? Use the word winner. Yep, winner, and you'll get some money off, okay? So if you ain't took the DNA self-paced training, go ahead, okay? But like, when I tell y'all, DNA testing is literally something that I know that I make easy. Like I make it look easy. I make it look simple. So y'all are like wanting to do it, but you got to put a little bit of work behind it too. Like you got to still do some work. Like people are not going to know that you're out here and that this is a service if you just sitting at home on your computer or following me, just making posts on your Instagram page, or you got some flyers that you put out, once a week, or you got, you bought one round of bandit signs and you put them out and then the city throw them in the trash and you're like, I'm not doing it no more. Like you got to be consistent in all of your effort when it comes to, doing this. But pricing is going to be based on what your actual audience can afford. Your audience is your demographic, the people around you, the people that are going to need this test. So these people are looking for a price point that's not only affordable, but price points that make sense for their areas. For example, my Mississippi price point is nothing compared to my collectors in Georgia because the difference is totally, it's a huge difference in that area. Rural Mississippi can't afford, $500 DNA test, but Buckhead, Atlanta definitely can't afford $500 test. So not every area is going to always have the same price point. So on a lot of my stuff, you will see me say stuff like, tests start at 500 or 400 or whatever. And that is for that very reason. So Pricing, getting your pricing together, getting your website copy together, all of that is something that I highly suggest that you focus on immediately as well after being certified and taking a DNA training class. And lastly, of course, I am going to recommend some sort of mentorship or one on one. Listen, if you take my DNA course, you get access to our Facebook group. It is a community of ambitious entrepreneurs in this space. We are just kicking things off here in June 2024. So you're not late or anything like that. So find a community of people that are on this same journey that can kind of help you grow at a faster rate than you just trying to figure everything out by yourself. That's another thing that I would do. I know that my business partner, Ebony Polk, in St. Louis, Missouri, I know that she offers some sort of mentorship, so that would be great as well. But find somebody that is reputable and find someone that can really help you grow and apply, of course, all of the things that I'm teaching teaching you in these audio lessons to your business and to your format so that you can grow as well. So I hope this lesson has been helpful to you. You've taken a training, you're certified, and these are the things that I recommend that you focus on to get going. So thanks for being here with me again, cousins. These audio lessons are super fun for me to record. They're super fun for me to put out for y'all. And I'm just praying that they are very helpful to your journey and your growth in this thing. Again, if you're not following me, make sure you're doing so over on Instagram, Win with Barlow. And I'll see you guys in the next audio lesson.